Hi, Collective. Welcome back to Love, Light, and Life Affirmed, your daily affirmations for self love and growth. Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the channel. We made it through another day. I hope you guys had amazing days. I hope you guys are doing well. So, you guys, this is going to be our inner wisdom compass oracle message. Okay. As usual, I just want to see what you guys got going on out there. You know, what you guys are dealing with right now, what advice you guys could use if you guys are having some breakthroughs in your healing process. You know, if you're dealing with a situation that's a little tough, what advice you guys need at this time. So, I'm just going to pull a spread of about 6 cards and then see what's going on. I'll also at the end give you some advice from the universe, from cosmic energy, and then also get some clarifiers from our clarifying life situations deck as well for some additional advice. Okay. All right. All of my current followers and subscribers, welcome back, you guys. It's always amazing to have you here with me. Thank you for all the love and support that you guys are showing me in the channel. It means a lot. It means a lot more than I can really express. To all of the incoming followers and subscribers, welcome to the family, you guys. I also pray that my messages resonate for you in some way, shape, or form, and that you are able to take a little bit of wisdom with you along the way. Okay? All right, you guys, let's see what you guys got going on. 4 more, please. 3 more, please. 2 more, please. Oh. I need 2 more. 2 more. You guys have a lot going on. These all want to come out. We can't take too many. Let me just get 2 more. Let's see if I can just get 2. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you guys have a lot going on. You've been waiting for me, huh? Okay. All right. Well, let's see what's going on here. Okay. Let's see what you guys got going on. These are very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Well, let's start here. So the first one we have is comfort. At certain times in our lives, we all need to be comfortable, to be comforted. So some of you guys are not feeling too comfortable right now. Allow yourself to accept the comfort of others and learn positive ways to comfort yourself also. So, yeah, this is definitely in the reverse. So, you're not feeling very supported at this time. You don't feel like you're receiving any sympathy or empathy from others. You're in a very uncomfortable situation. Okay? Then we have responsibility. Maturity begins when you can take responsibility for your own actions. Okay? Very true. Then we have epiphany. Every day is a day to learn or discover something new. no matter how small or great, knowledge is power. So epiphany is in the reverse. So I'm talking to a group of you who have not figured out that maybe a situation that you're dealing with is not the best for you. But let me keep going. Then we have it's your time. It's your time to shine and be all the Creator has created you to be. Seize the day. hmm Then we have unique in the reverse. When the Creator made you, she broke the molds. There is not another person on earth like you. Celebrate being different. And then we have honesty also in the reverse. It has always been said that honesty is the best policy. Always remember to be honest with yourself and others. What is going on with my collective? Because what I do know is that I'm talking to a group of you who are definitely in a situation you're not liking right now. You're very uncomfortable. Whether that is you being in a situation with a job, you being in a situation with a spouse or partner in a relationship that you are just not happy in. You are uncomfortable, and it seems like maybe you're ready to make some different decisions. Then we have responsibility. So, I mean, are you taking responsibility for the situation that you're in, or are you blaming everyone else? Are you playing the victim in this situation? I hope not. I mean, this epiphany in the reverse, you know, this is about figuring out, discovery, knowledge. And with it being in the reverse, it makes me feel like maybe you haven't come to that conclusion that you need to come to quite yet. That maybe it's your time to make a different decision, move on from this job, this relationship, you know, marriage, whatever it may be, friendship. Because, like I said, with this comfort in the reverse, it doesn't seem to be giving to you, it doesn't seem to be nurturing you in any way that is beneficial for you at this time. But you are definitely going to have to be mature in this situation and take responsibility for where you are. You can't complain about a situation that you're in, but never make a move to change it. And with these two people on this card, this makes me feel like this is more pertaining to a romantic situation between two people. I feel like I'm talking to someone who has a level of knowledge. You know that you are uncomfortable. You're no longer happy. You're not being nurtured. You're not being provided for in the way that you deserve, that you need, that you desire. But I feel like you are ignoring the information. You are ignoring the red flags with my epiphany in the reverse. I feel like you're ignoring the information that you have. And these are not just information, this is a feeling that you've had deep down for probably quite some time. But it seems like it's time for you to make a hard choice. And that does take a level of maturity to take responsibility for your actions, for why you are in the situation that you are in, and take the actions to get yourself out of it as well. So the question is, what are you going to do? With this unique in the reverse, being unique is something that should be celebrated. But with it being in the reverse, I feel like I'm talking to someone who has a fear, has a fear of their uniqueness. They have a fear that if you walk away from this situation, again, this could be pertaining to a job, but flip it where it needs to go. You guys, should know how this goes by now. But I feel like you have this fear of no one else accepting your unique qualities, your character, your interest, whatever it may be that makes you feel that you're different. So I feel like you are staying in a situation that you are uncomfortable in and you're not being fulfilled in because you have a fear that if you walk away, if you decide that you no longer want to be in this situation anymore, that you may not find the next best thing. So it sounds like I'm talking to someone who is settling right now out of fear of not being accepted, out of fear of not finding their tribe if they decide and choose to walk away from a current situation that they're in, that they are not happy in, by the way. You're not happy in this current situation, and you're not being honest with yourself about it because I feel like you don't want to look at it. You're not being honest with yourself, which means you're not being honest with the other parties involved. Again, if this is pertaining to a relationship, this could be boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. This could be a job situation where you're definitely overworked, underpaid, and you're exhausted. And you know that it is time for you to move on because you're not comfortable. Maybe you're struggling a little bit financially being in this situation. But maybe it just hasn't hit you yet with this epiphany in the reverse, how bad it really is and how much time you've been sitting in this misery. Again, so this is maybe confirmation for somebody who has been on the fence about making a decision about what they need to do next, where they need to go, if they need to take a step out on faith. Well, I always say, you know, you already have the answer. It's just a matter of if you're going to choose to make the decision to change it. Are you going to decide that you want better for yourself? Are you going to take responsibility and be mature enough to make that decision that you need to make, that you know that you need to make? Nobody else needs to tell you because it sits in the back of your brain every single day you wake up, every single day you go to bed, every single day you go to work, every single day you do something for your spouse, for your children, for your household, every time you pay a bill. That thought is always there, right? And it's not going to go away until you change it. It's going to stay in your conscious until you make a choice. And as far as this being afraid of your uniqueness or being afraid that you won't find what you're looking for if you walk away, my question back to you would be, well, is staying in the situation that you're in where you're unhappy a better choice? I mean, because you may discover once you take a step out and walk away from a situation that is no longer serving you, even if this means that you spend time more by yourself until that next situation comes about, whether this is a relationship, whether you just start to put out job, applications to try to find that next place that may have something more fulfilling to offer you because maybe you're ready to actually do a job that's pertaining to a hobby or a skill or a talent that you have. Maybe you actually will enjoy yourself. Maybe you will actually begin to love yourself and appreciate your uniqueness. Maybe you can appreciate your uniqueness right now because you are in a situation where the person or place that you are dealing with doesn't appreciate your uniqueness. So why would you feel confident in it? And although self-esteem is about esteem of the self, it's easy to be made to feel like we are not appreciated, we're not special, when we absolutely are. And that has everything to do with the people that we are around and not how it really is. So, this is about seeing your own self worth. This is about you making the choice that you know that you need to make and not letting fear stop you from making that decision out of fear of the unknown, out of fear of not knowing what's going to come next and if the next thing will be fulfilling. Because let me tell you something, you are not fulfilled right now either in this situation. Again, you taking a leap of faith, you may actually discover yourself again. You will fall in love with yourself again because you will have time now to focus on yourself and the things that your heart truly desire. Because right now, you're hiding a lot of emotions in this current situation. And I would assume that you are doing a lot of people pleasing as well in order to keep people happy around you while you are miserable on the inside. That is not how we're supposed to live. That is not what abundance is. That is not what self love is. So, yes, this is confirmation for you that it is time to be responsible. It is time to step up your maturity, open up your mouth, say what you need to say, take the action that you need to take to start moving towards your actual true bliss and happiness and wish fulfillment. Time doesn't wait for anybody. So you can stay if you want. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just here to tell you this is what I see that you're dealing with, that you're putting up with, that I know you're not happy in. But I will always challenge you to go towards what's best for you, go towards what puts a smile on your face. We all deserve happiness. We all deserve inner joy and peace and love, to be nurtured and supported and appreciated. Are you going to choose you? Is the question. What advice does my collective need in this situation? What universal wisdom will help my collective who's in this situation right now? What universal wisdom will help my collective in this situation right now? Huh. Peace. Find inner peace in moments of stillness. You need peace. You need peace. You're lacking a peace of mind because you know that you are not in a situation that is fulfilling. So your mind is constantly racing, but on the outside, you have this mask on where you're smiling and you're pretending to enjoy a life that you truly don't want anymore. A relationship, job, friendship, whatever it may be. What other universal wisdom? Yes, communication. Effective communication is the bridge to understanding and connection. You need to communicate. And this goes along with you taking responsibility and the mature action to express what it is you're feeling right now. What do you need to communicate to this other person? Again, I'm looking at couples here. So this is pertaining to relationships for most of you. Also, with this card here, I'm drawn to say that this could also be a same sex relationship as well. but this is pertaining to someone who is unhappy in a situation with another person. And it's time for you to communicate. Grace. Grace is the universe's blessing. Open your heart to receive it. Give yourself some grace. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's not easy to always speak your mind and be assertive in the things that you want, especially if you're in a situation where you're so used to people pleasing, you're so used to making sure everyone else around you has a smile on their face. You know that when you make this decision, this will disappoint them. This will cause a shift because they will not be happy. But what I'm telling you right now is give yourself grace, communicate what you're truly feeling, what you truly desire. And listen, if this is a situation where you're not ready to walk away from it, okay. But at the end of the day, it sounds like you still need to communicate why you're not happy. Because right now you are not comfortable, you are not being nurtured, you are not being given to in the way that you need to. So at the end of the day, regardless of if you walk away right away or not, you need to communicate what you need so that you can gain some peace of mind. Because at the end of the day, once you have that communication, if that other person does not greet you with tender love and care and understanding, see, communication, effective communication is the bridge to understanding and connections. So that communication is going to do one of two things. It is going to tell you and give you further confirmation that it's time for you to go, or it will be what you were missing in order to help further grow your relationship. And it will bring you two closer because your other person will understand you a little bit better. So maybe the thing that you're afraid of is the communication. But once that happens, it may open up doors that you didn't think were possible. Give yourself grace. Open up and communicate. This is what you need. Again, this communication is going to spark growth. Growth is a journey. Trust each step. Once you take this step and communicate, collective, and this may be specific. Once you open up and communicate, like I said, one of two things will happen. This other person will embrace you and they will be apologetic that you are feeling unhappy and unsatisfied, and they will take the actions that are necessary to make sure that those needs are addressed. Second option, they will be angry and defensive and they will flip it back on you and they will make you feel bad for what you're feeling, which will be your confirmation that this is something you no longer need to stay in. It's really just that simple. So, this will either help your relationship grow and prosper and become more abundant and more fulfilling, or it will give you confirmation that it's time for you to go. But you won't ever really know the direction that it can go in if you don't communicate. One more from the universe. Oh, wow. This communication, again, it can bring you balance. Instead of everything being one sided where you're constantly giving, but again, your needs are not fulfilled, this can bring you balance. Find balance to maintain harmony in relationships. This is what is lacking. This is why you're uncomfortable and not feeling nurtured. There's no balance here. You are giving, they are receiving. Your cup is empty. You are thirsty for love and acknowledgement and affection and appreciation. And if this person cannot give that to you, then what is the point of the relationship? What is the point? Give me a few clarifiers here. Clear the path. Embrace the journey ahead with an open heart, ready to discover and grow from the revelations to come. Like I said, growth. Your relationship needs to grow. There needs to be balance. There's been a lack of balance and it's been stagnant. This is why you are unsatisfied. This is why you feel your needs have not been met. Embrace solitude. Reflect deeply for survival. Keep your mind open as answers reveal lessons in the quiet of introspection. If you need to take a moment in isolation from this situation, then do so. But after you communicate, and once you get the answer or response, I should say, from the other person, again, if at that time you still cannot make a decision right away, take a moment because it's really important that you go deep and really decide if you are literally going to keep investing in this particular situation. Is it still worth the investment, collective? Are you getting a return on your investment that's going to make you prosperous and help you grow? Or are you going to keep pouring from an empty cup until you're completely depleted? Don't be afraid of the unknown. Cloud of unknowing. Float on the clouds of the unknown. Surrender to the mystery and embrace the sacred within. Don't be afraid to walk away from this if this is what you need to do because you're scared of not knowing what's going to be next. Don't use that as an excuse to keep you stuck in a situation that you are unhappy in. Do you understand me? Life is too short. Walking unscathed. You were fortunate. A trap was laid, but your wisdom kept you from falling into it. And maybe this is what you feel has happened to you. Maybe you feel like this situation has trapped you. But let me tell you, you have a way to get out of it. You have a way to get out of it. Once you have that communication and once you get that response, like I said, you got one of two things that is going to happen. They are going to embrace you and support you and actually change their actions to make sure you feel nurtured, or they're going to flip it back on you and tell you how ridiculous you sound and tell you that you have no right to feel the way that you're feeling. That's it. But I really hope that you decide to open up, collective. Speak your piece. Say what you need to say. I'm not going to sing the song, even though every time I say that I want to, I'm not going to do it. Speak your piece. Your time is right now. Don't keep wasting time. It's right now. And like I said, show yourself some grace. You will be protected in the decisions that you make. Don't fear the unknown. Don't let that stop you. Okay? All right, you guys. I love you guys so much. I pray that this message was helpful for someone, a group of you, all of you, because making sure that you have a peace of mind, that you are being nurtured and given to in the way that you give to others is what you deserve. It's not asking too much. And if the person that you're with feels like it is, then like I said, maybe you need to make a different decision. Okay? All right, you guys. If the message resonated, please don't be afraid to hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe. Subscribing is free. It really helps to grow the channel. I appreciate all your love and support. But until next time, you guys, Bye. And like I always say, you got this.